Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at ktalnews.com and your Weather Authority app. I'm meteorologist Josh Mars's very important Wednesday morning forecast update. We're looking at a multi-day severe weather outbreak here in the Arklatex. We will see a few scattered storms later this afternoon. The more significant threat for severe weather is still expected to be Thursday, and as of the update this morning, we did expect this, but the Storm Prediction Center has updated our Thursday outlook for the Arklatex to that level 4 moderate risk category, and this means that a severe weather outbreak is likely and that a few of the storms tomorrow could be very intense, including some strong and maybe long track tornadoes on Thursday. But we also have a severe weather threat today. It will be confined, I think, mainly to the northern Arklatex. We'll talk about that, and of course a lot of detail about tomorrow's forecast in just a moment here. But the setup for us today, we did have the clouds kind of surge back in overnight, so as you go outside this morning you'll feel that humidity building back in, which will really help to fuel some of the storms later today. We do have some rain popping up to the west of us, so there may be some rain showers that roll through the Arklatex this morning, but you can see this basically what's going to be a stalled front indicated by these brown lines here. That front is going to stall out along I-30 later today, and that will be the trigger for some of the afternoon and evening thunderstorms here once those temperatures start to warm up. But we are in the 60s and low 70s this morning, so the threat of any thunderstorms between now and about noon or 1 p.m. is fairly low. We could see a few storms get going this morning that would bring some hail, but more likely that would be in the afternoon today. And you can see where that front stalls out. Out ahead of the front will be in the 80s today. Right along the front will be in the 70s, and it's these locations here in the 70s that will see that threat of some significant severe weather a little bit later today. So look at your Robin's-sided futurecast. It does show some of those scattered showers this afternoon. The storms that do fire up along Interstate 30, these will be capable of some damaging wind gusts, some large hail. We're talking about hail that could be maybe golf ball to egg size in diameter here. So anybody along I-30 this afternoon, make sure the car is parked in the garage or under some protection here. And you can see those storms likely through Texarkana close to sunset, and we should see that severe weather threat wind down a bit late this evening, but we can't rule out maybe a few severe storms as far south as I-20 as well. Now, we do have some rain in the forecast tonight and maybe a few storms rolling through, but as far as tomorrow's severe weather threat, we're waiting for this area of low pressure back in California to make its way over to the Arklatex, and that will occur tomorrow afternoon. So once again, there is the threat of severe weather for your Thursday. We do have that level 4 moderate risk in place for much of the region here. So unfortunately, we don't have much wiggle room to escape these storms, as this area of low pressure and this cold front will kind of directly square up the Arklatex on Thursday. So look at Thursday. In addition to the wind and hail threat, we could see a few strong tornadoes. There is the possibility that we do see this round of storms in the early to mid-afternoon here, and these storms would be the ones that are capable of those long track tornadoes and very large hail. More likely, all of us will see that severe weather threat kind of ramp up closer to sunset tomorrow. You see this line of thunderstorms along the cold front. Within that line, we could see some hail and some damaging wind gusts, maybe up to 70 or 80 miles per hour. But within that line, we could also have a few embedded tornadoes. So really between 5 p.m. and midnight is when we could see the bulk of that severe weather tomorrow. But you can see we do dry out by Friday, so we will not carry that severe weather threat into Friday. So again, for tomorrow's severe weather outbreak, we are expecting a few strong EF2 plus long track tornadoes. We could see some wind gusts, maybe to 70 to 80 miles per hour, and large hail up to maybe golf ball or egg sized as well tomorrow. And what you can do today is just kind of review your severe weather safety plan. Again, worst place to be in severe weather is in a mobile home, so if you can make preparations to be somewhere else to ride out these storms, get a hotel if there's a relative that you can stay with. That is what we are urging everyone to do. Again, with the not only the tornado threat, but some damaging wind gusts can easily topple some of those mobile homes as well. So we urge everybody to just kind of find a safer shelter here for the storms, not only later today, but especially on Thursday. Looks like most areas less than an inch of rain, but the corridor of heaviest rainfall will be in the northern Arklatex. Could see 1 to 2 inches of rain, maybe some isolated higher amounts, especially up into Oklahoma and Arkansas. Flash flood threat is relatively low here, but we can't rule out maybe some flooded roadways, especially late tomorrow as those storms roll through with the cold front. We do drop into the 60s on Friday. Weekend still looks perfect, and we'll start out next week on a warm note as well, but it looks like we may have a few days of showers and storms mid to late next week as well.